And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms, as well as making money trading Forex. And I do this to help me become a better trader, and I share it with you so you can become a better trader too. So this is for creating a new income. Maybe you want to do something that does not require a lot of physical labor. It does require a lot of work, but not a lot of physical labor, and that work can be done on a daily basis. Just get into the markets and figure out what could potentially be coming next. No one's got a crystal ball, except for the central bank players. They have crystal balls because they're the ones that are the major market manipulators. Yes, I said market manipulators because these markets are manipulated, as are pretty much all markets are manipulated, in my opinion, by somebody. I think somebody's got their finger on the scale. With this, I don't think it was this prevalent back when I first got started in this in the 90s or the 2000s. It wasn't Forex because you have major countries that manipulate their interest rates and stuff like that for different reasons, and that creates that scenario. But at any rate, the stock market, for example, in stocks these days, you have forces such as Vanguard, BlackRock, and other big players that come in that can destroy a company overnight. A publicly traded company, privately traded company, not so much. But enough of that. That means that we have risk. That means that you can put money in and you can lose money. So let's go ahead and talk about these risks because you need to know about them. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and get into talking about some other things. First, let's talk about me some more. Here are well, that's the wrong screen. But at any rate, the public, that's all my expert advisors I have set up right now at MQL5. This is the marketplace for MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. And these are the two that I have out right now. These are two that are for purchase. You can also download the free demo and try them at your own leisure and see if you like them or not. We've got 6 and 5 download so far, and I'm actually gone ahead and experimented with the code a little bit more on my end. So these are not the next revision, but I'm working on the next revision of these right now. I may make these free or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out as we go. And then we also have tradingforexforprofit.com. This is my website that I'm building. Except that's not the email address I'll log in with. And that is my password. Who knew that all those asterisks would be a great password? But at any rate, let's see. Here we have the dashboard, and you can come in and load your account right here. And I need to update mine and add some trades because I've got two trades in here that are one that did not go well, and then two that did go well, but just on a smaller level. My losses have always been greater than my wins, and I've been kind of trying to get my head around that on a consistent basis. This is my that's the May Traders Cup, which I've not updated that yet. I need a day in the office so I can kind of figure that out. And then here we have the risk and position size right here, and I will walk through this in some other videos and show you exactly what this is for and how to limit the risk on your trades. Here we have the journal where you can enter your trades. See, I've entered mine right there. That's all mine. And I can check out my account performance right down here. And according to this, it's 692 down, 692 lifetime, giving me a balance of 760. That's a real account, by the way. That's my live account. I don't have a whole lot of money in those accounts, but I need to learn how to grow that money instead of sticking all sorts of money into it. You can also import your trades right here for DX Trade, which is the only prop firm trading platform available in the United States. Then we also have MT4, MT5. And it's a neat little website. I'm working on this one right here. This is right now, this is requiring manual input, but I think it's neat because we're going to probably automate this over the weekend. This is my market sentiment page. You see Market Pulse, that's what it's called. I've got the market strength meter and then the risk on and risk off. You can see that all on one page. So I'm looking forward to unveiling that maybe over the weekend. Who knows? So we'll see about that. In the meantime, let's take a look at what we have now with our tools that we have available. We have the market snapshot right here. Let's see which ones are the top currencies right now. Right now we have the euro on top. That's unusual. With the Great British Pound right there. It seemed like there was going to be a bounce on that. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. The dollar is right underneath there. As there more talks of peace, we're starting to see the dollar slip, the U.S. dollar slip, and the U.S. dollar just slipped a little bit more while I was talking about it. The let's slow it back down. Okay, the Kiwis tried to gain on that. The Aussie did well yesterday. It's pulled back right now, but that's a lot of action going on right now. You usually don't see this bouncing around like this. So there's a lot of activity going on based on the possible agreement with Iran that is possibly coming up. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a couple seconds. Here we have full risk on. Look at that. Everybody's going for it. So we're going to expect to see DXY coming down. We expect to see the U.S. stock market going up again. Yesterday was blockbuster. Today it'll probably be blockbuster again, as we'll see that completing the our experiment with Iran. We'll call it conflict, whatever you want to call it. And here's this. So here's Iran's mirror. I have no idea who that is. The understanding with the U.S. It's an agreement of some sort. Includes U.S. commitment to lifting sanctions, withdrawing. So it's all from Iran's perspective. They're basically calling for us to surrender after bombing the hell out of them. And that's kind of not how the world works. So we'll see if this continues, because they're pretty much placing their demands that they want sanctions, they want money. I think we need more regime change before that happens. But then financial juice could be signed. That would we would like that, because that will drive prices down in the United States, take some political heat off of Trump, and that way we could declare victory and stuff like that. But at any rate, there are only 47,000 traders online, so not as many traders trade on Friday as they usually trade on Tuesday through Thursday. Those are the chief trading days. But let's go ahead and also take a look at what I've got going on in this account. I'm pretty proud of this. Okay, so we'll see how long it lasts. I'm profitable on this, on the June Traders Cup. I'm out right now, I think. No, I've got a trade in there that's positive for 76 pips, and I have a very tight stop loss on it, so it's not going to lose much of any. Because I'm not going to say I don't trust the trade, but it hasn't broken out like I thought it was going to. It might later on today. Who knows? But at any rate, these are the trades that I had that were good. Let's go back to all on this. So this is so the trade on I was selling the dollar versus the yen. That was good for $170. It's a very, very small trade on that one. I did not get all the big move I was looking for, but I did get enough of it to kind of stop it out. I did set a stop loss that would give me a 10 pip win, and that's what I went with. And again, on the Aussie versus the dollar, set it for like, I think 20 pip win on that one, and that one ended up being right there. That's what it looked like after commission. This is a commission-based account. My MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms are spread-based. So we'll see if this can continue, see if that goes to the proverbial moon. I also learned something else, that Audacity Capital has a platform that you can go to and download their phone version to your phone of your choice, Android or iOS or Apple. So they do have a platform. You can trade this on the internet on your phone, but it's really glitchy. And the application is much, much better. But at any rate, let's get into today's markets and see what's happening today. That's what happened yesterday. Let's go up here where we belong to start. Let's start with the US 10. The US 10 is coming off. Look at all those bond yields coming down. That's fantastic. US US 10 years coming down 0.27%. The Japanese 10 is coming down 0.194%. How about that? So we've got a lot of money flowing into the back end of the governments, it looks like, into government bonds, which I would think would be risk off, but instead this is risk on behavior, which I think everything's reversed since the central banks are up against a wall. That the governments have spent so much money that now the central bank's position is to also keep the interest rates low on the government debt. They're going to create weird economic things taking place in the United States, like massive inflation through housing, because everyone keeps flipping houses in the United States for major profits. And what that does, it eventually drives up the price of real estate to the point of unaffordability. That is what's potentially coming up. And if you don't, it's going to be a dog eat dog world, and it always has been, but it's getting worse every day. That's in my opinion, and that's fine because I'm not one of the dogs getting eaten right now. We need to make sure of that. But here we have the carry trade, which I'm watching very closely right now to see what happens with that. We are expecting something. Let's take a quick look ahead to, I think it's Monday. Monday. Look at this little champion right down here. We have the BOJ rate decision. So this is what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting 1%. I'm expecting a hike in the BOJ rate decision. They keep their cards close to their chest, but I'm expecting a rate hike from the BOJ on Monday night. We'll see if that takes place. That'll be Monday night going into Tuesday. So that's something to keep a very close eye on this weekend and into next week. All right, next we have the euro versus the dollar. Pardon me, euro versus the pound. It's perking up. Just like kind of looks like it's at a bottom yesterday. Like the bottom had been there for a little while, so it's usually things bounce off that bottom and go higher. Here we have the DXY is at a weird little dragonfly doji right now. I guess it's called dragonfly doji, but it's going to see if it can fill that fair value gap from when we went in a couple days ago and went back to bombing Iran. So it's 99.67, and it looks like that's could be coming down a chunk. Upon the peace deal, this will come down a great deal. Will cause major opportunities in the euro versus the dollar and the pound versus the dollar. Meantime, we have the euro versus the dollar perking up. This is one of my trades, expecting it to kind of break out of this little section today. So upon signing the deal, that will go through the roof. I'm going to keep my trades in over the weekend. I hope my trades do go in over the weekend because of if that happens, because what will happen is it will jump the price, and you'll not get your trade in, but it'll blow right past your entry. Pound versus the dollar at the very top of that scale. You can see if it's that's looking bullish right there. So we'll see if that continues. This is all contingent, probably on the U.S. Peace deal with Iran. USD and Swissy coming down hard yesterday off of its highs. That's again due to the potential peace deal. Change of pace right here. Have the dollar versus the yen. This is initially off the peace deal, but this is what this is going to look like on Monday if they decide to raise interest rates, because it is not. I don't see that it's priced in. I see that they're starting to price it in a little bit, but we'll see if that that collapses today, possibly. Or if the BOJ gives a couple of hints that they're going to raise interest rates. They're probably not going to, because we have a 2-week silence period where no one in the Fed is allowed to talk to the press before any interest rate movement. Pound versus the yen. Again, not buckling much at all. How about that? So we could see some major opportunities here. I guess we'll wait till Monday morning to see how that develops. Euro versus the yen, perking up against the dollar yen. These interesting. Canadian versus the yen coming down, but that's coming down with the oil market. With oil becoming more affordable for Japan to import, Canada is a big importer, pardon me, a big producer, and Japan is a 100% importer of oil. They don't have any out of the ground. So that's going to be driving that one down. Let's take a look at NYMEX. NYMEX crude oil coming down $84. That's something everybody likes. Everybody likes lower gas prices and lower oil prices, because oil is in everything and everything is in oil. I don't know if everything's in oil, but oil is in a lot of products that we use, including some foods in the United States because they like hurting us, I guess. Dollar versus the CAD still continued to take off a bit. 139.81. Aussie. My recent favorite is at 70.47. Okay, sorry about that. My recent favorite is the Aussie versus the dollar. Saw an opportunity to come in and get a few pips, and I did. It's now got a lot of huge resistance right here. So we'll see if it can break this resistance at 70.64. Pardon me, 70.46. I have several trades coming in at 7.62, right around here. So we'll see if it can get through that and get back to up here where it was. I think a lot of that also has to do with China's bad news that came out a couple of days ago. So China is their #1 trading partner, and if China falls apart, Australia falls apart. So that could be what that is something on the macro level where China is not doing well. Matter of fact, I may want to reconsider my trades now that I think about it. Because that's a definite doji candle on top right there. That is a turnaround candle. That is a price rejection candle. So we'll see if that happens. Then again, the peace deal could take it on. So there's a whole lot of things that could go into that. Metals, gold, 42.21, 42.20. I've got gold perking up again now that if the Iran US-Iran thing gets settled, then the people are going to focus more on what the actual damage is to the economies of the country, and start looking at the what do you call them? The trade debt GDP ratios of various countries, and we're going to see metals perking up as they are. Palladium, platinum up $63 so far. Palladium up 73. These are sharply undervalued too, so they're going to compared to gold. They're going to take off. Silver is lagging. It is not taking off this morning. I would expect that. And then the silverware sector got interesting. Stock market went through the roof yesterday, and the silverware sector came down. Everything but Nvidia, which is not in the software sector. It's a different trade. That's AI trade because they're one of the largest chip manufacturers in the world. See Upwork coming down, HubSpot coming down. They're all coming down. So how about that? So look at HubSpot real quick. Yeah, look at that. Came off its high of 260 just on May the 26th, and it's already down to where it was, 184. Oh, yuck. So looks like their financing is falling apart, as well as all these others who who forgot who their customer was. They thought AI was their customer and sold everything to AI, and it's falling apart because AI is not holding up to the promises that it says it is. It's great. It's fun to work with. It's fun to play with, to build things, but it has a tendency to not do well in the long run. But with that, that's all I've got for today. That's all I've got for today. If you guys like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then do something. Then subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. And lastly, if you want to if you want to talk to me directly, hit me up in the comment section. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. But thanks for tuning in. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.